finding a nice cross-legged position, or if there's another variation of a seated pose that works for you, please take it. You can sit up on a block if you'd like to, either in a cross-legged or maybe in a hero's pose. Bring your hands lightly on top of your thighs. Close down the eyes and find a few breaths. As you're sitting here and breathing, really beginning to draw your attention to that breath, right? There's a difference between just sitting and breathing mindfully, with intention, actively filling your lungs, and then also actively emptying your lungs. So slowing it down. If Ujjayi breath is in your practice, you can move there, creating that audible sound like waves on an ocean. And then, as most of you know, because I've spoken about this before, so I used to be a yoga instructor in South Florida, and you'll often hear yoga teachers talk about your Ujjayi breath sounding like waves of the ocean, inhaling and exhaling. And actually, I love the analogy of your breath like the tide, because it's really quite accurate. And if you know anything about the tide in the ocean, there are actually 4 distinct stages of the tide. There is the tide as it is coming in, right? Moving towards high tide. The waves, the water comes into the shore, and then there's a moment where all of the water is in, right? Where all of the air is filled into your lungs, where there's a moment of stillness. It's called slack high tide. And if you're a diver, you know that's actually the best time to go scuba diving, is right at that moment of slack high tide. And then the breath or the water starts to move out, right, as it moves out towards low tide. And then there's a moment at the end where all of the water is out, where all of your breath is out. There is a moment of stillness. And with the tide, it's called slack low tide. That's the second best time to scuba dive, in case you're interested. Because in those moments, there is stillness, right? Everything settles. And I encourage you to find that breath within your breath as well. So exhale your air out. We're going to take 4 breaths like this. We'll inhale for 4, 3, 2, pause. Exhale it out. 4, 3, 2, pause at the bottom. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, pause at the top. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, pause at the bottom. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, pause at the top. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, and pause at the bottom. Last one. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, pause at the top. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, pause at the bottom. Easy breath. Rotate to the right. Bring your right hand behind you. Bring your left hand to the outside of that right knee. Nice little twist. And on your next exhale, all the way over to the left. Come back to center. Start to walk your right fingertips to the right. Maybe even bringing that right forearm down. And bringing your left arm up and over, still reaching down through that left hip. And then we'll come back in through center. Start to walk your left fingertips over, drop your left forearm and reach your right arm up and over. We'll come back to center, roll over your ankles, find hands and knees, and just start to move through a few rounds of your cat and your cow. Inhaling into your cow and exhaling into cat. Inhaling cow and exhaling cat. 2 more rounds. Inhaling cow and exhaling cat. Last round. Inhale into your back bend and exhale into your cat pose. Find a neutral spine. We'll send that right hand forward. Send your left leg back. Think about spinning up from the inside of that left thigh. Belly button pulled in. Ribs knitted together. Nice solid spine. Exhale, round it in. Elbow to knee. Inhale it long. Exhale, round it in. Inhale it long. Exhale, round it in. Inhale it long. We'll reach back, grab that left foot with your right hand and kick, looking out over that right shoulder. And then send everything long and bring your right hand back down, left knee back down. Send your left hand forward, thumb is up, bicep next to your ear, kick that right leg back, spin the inside of that right thigh up, activate those lower abdominals, pull your ribs in, and exhale, round it in. Inhale, extend it long. Exhale, round it in. Inhale it long. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, send it long, reach back, grab that left foot, and maybe look out over that, grab your right foot and look out over that left shoulder. And then we'll send everything long. Bring your left hand down, right knee down, curl your toes under, and send your hips back for downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels. We'll walk those hands back to your feet, separate your feet, hip distance apart, hang for Ragdoll. Nice big generous bend to your knees. You can tuck your pinkies in your elbow creases. You can sway left and right. Let your head be heavy. Shake it out. No, nod it. Yes. Release your fingertips down to the mat. We're going to send those feet out wide. Point your toes out slightly. And just sit your hips down and find a squat. Bring your hands to heart center. Heart is lifted. Start to maybe shift a little bit of weight into your heels. And then reach your arms up overhead. We're going to push through your heels. Reach it all the way up. Send your hips forward. Bring your hands back. And then we'll come right back down into our squat. Right arm to the right, left arm up to the sky. Hands back together. Reach them up, push through your heels. Bring it all the way up, send your hips forward, dive your hands back. And then we'll bring those hands to heart center, come all the way back down. Left arm to the left, right arm up to the sky. And bring your hands back to heart center. Push through your heels, reach it all the way up. Hips go forward, arms go back. And then we'll come back, hands to heart center, step your feet together. And find Tadasana. Hands at your side, pick up all 10 toes, lay them out. Begin to feel those strong legs rooting all the way up from your arches that are activated. Kneecaps lifted, quads engaged. Find that lower abdominal, that lift, the support. Ribs are knitted together. Hold that, then lift your sternum. Roll your shoulders back. Release your hands down. Chin is level. Gaze is soft and steady. Bring your arms up overhead. We're going to grab that left wrist, Try to touch the ceiling, lift it tall, and then squeeze the right side of your waist as you push your hips to the left. For 3, for 2, for 1. Come back to center, switch. Grab your right wrist with your left hand, reach it tall, try to touch the ceiling, and then come over to the left. 3, 2, 1. Come back up to center, release your hands behind your back, roll your shoulders back, push your hips forward. Find a little baby back bend. 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Inhale your arms up. We're going to twist to the right. Try not to take your hips with you. Inhale up to center. Twist to the left. So using your obliques to twist your rib cage. Try to keep those hips square to the center. Again, inhale up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale up, interlace your hands, release your index fingers. Arms are behind your head, legs are strong, ribs pulled in. So lift up a little taller, and we'll start to draw that line over to the right. Invite your right shoulder and your left hip forward as you squeeze the right side of your waist. Those hips can go past your outside of your left foot. For 3, for 2, for 1. Come back to center. Reaffirm the strength of your arms. Lift up a little bit taller. Arms are behind your head. Lift. And then as you exhale, draw that line. Arms are strong and straight. Fight to keep them straight. Push your hips out to the right. Squeeze the left side of your waist. Invite your left shoulder and your right hip forward. 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Keep your arms up if that's available to you. Otherwise, support your spine. Drop your head back. Lift up tall. Send your hips forward. Weight stays in your heels. Engage your glutes. Support your spine. 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. We'll bring those hands down. Hinge at the hips. Walk your hands forward. Find your downward facing dog and pedal out your heels. Bend your knees. Hover those knees 2 inches off the mat. Push forward with your hands. And then lift your hips high and back. Heels melt down to the mat, pushing the backs of your legs behind you. Bend your knees 2 inches off the mat. Hover, look forward. Downward facing frog. And then hips high and back. Downward facing dog. Lift your heels as high as they'll go. Stretching out your toes. And then release them back down to the mat. Lift your toes as you send your heels towards the mat. It doesn't matter if they touch or not, you can still lift your toes. And then lift your heels. Heels down, toes up. Again, heels up. Heels down, toes up. Last one, heels up. Heels down, toes up. Step your right foot between your hands, drop your left knee, and interlace your hands on top of that right thigh. Melt your hips forward, roll your shoulders back, lift your heart, lift your chin. Reach your arms up overhead. And we're gonna open up to a twist just like we did when we were standing. Try not to take your hips with you. Use the strength of your obliques. Right hand reaches behind you, left hand reaches forward. Come back to center. Bring your hands down either side of that right foot. Shift your hips back and flex your right toes. Fold over that right leg any amount. For Ardha Hanumanasana, that's your half splits. And bend into that right knee. We're gonna curl those left toes under. Take this all the way into a skandasana. So bending deeply into that left knee, bringing your hands to heart center. Sole of your right foot is gonna stay on the mat. And then we'll come all the way back, frame that right foot, step your right foot next to your left and find your plank. Rock forward on your toes. We're gonna lower 5 times. You are welcome to drop to your knees, but we'll exhale it down halfway. Inhale, push it up. Exhale, lower it down halfway. Inhale it up. For 3, for 2, lower all the way down to the mat, untuck your toes, push into the tops of your feet, find your baby cobra. No weight in your hands. And exhale it back for downward facing dog. Hips lead the way. Let your head be heavy. Rooting down through your inner hand, wrapping those triceps, making some space at the base of your neck. And we'll step that left foot between your hands, drop your right knee, and interlace your hands, place them on top of that left thigh, and just let those hips sink forward. Arms reach up overhead. And then we'll take our twist. So bring your left hand behind you. Right arm reaches forward. Try not to take your hips with you. Pull your navel in. Twisting from that thoracic spine, rolling your left shoulder back. Bring both arms up. And then we'll bring your hands down to the mat, shift your hips back, flex your left toes, and fold over that left leg. Bend into that left knee. We're gonna curl your right toes under, take this into skandasana on the right side. So big bend in that right knee, getting a stretch along your left adductors. Left foot heavy on the mat. And push into that right heel. We'll come all the way back. Plant your hands, step your left foot back to meet your right. And move through your vinyasa. You're welcome, knees up or down, lower halfway. Maybe you push your heart through. Find your upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward, step or lightly float to the top of the mat. Lengthen into your half lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, push through your feet, reach it all the way up. And exhale, hands at your side, Tadasana. You can take 3 rounds, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward. Exhale, step or float, chaturanga. Inhale, push your heart through, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Shifting your weight towards your heels. Strong arms, navel is pulled in. Actively pushing the backs of your legs to the back wall behind you. Bend your knees on your next inhale all the way to half lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, push through your feet, reach it all the way up, Hastasana. And exhale, hands at your side, Tadasana. Let's do the Sanskrit count. It's been a while since I've done that with you guys. So Ekam, inhale. Due, exhale. Trini, inhale. Chatwari, exhale. Pancha, inhale. Shat, exhale. Counting breaths now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next inhale all the way. Sapta, half lift, lengthen. Ashto, fold. Now what? Push it up, reach up. Samastitihi. One more. Ekam, inhale. Do it, exhale. Trini, inhale. Chatwari, exhale. Pancha, inhale. Shat, exhale. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Sapta, float it forward. Extend your heart. Ashta, fold. Now push and reach. Samastitihi. Tadasana. Utkatasana. Hips back, arms up, maybe looking up at those palms. If that hurts your neck, always feel free to keep it nice and neutral. Ribs pulled in, weight is in your heels, toes are light. Sit a little bit lower. And then we'll bring your hands to heart center and we'll twist to the right. Knees and hips are even unless you have injuries around your sacrum, your S1, your L4, L5, and you can let those knees and hips do whatever they like. Push down into your right hand, roll that right shoulder back. If you want to open up your arms, go ahead and open up your arms. Bringing your hands back together, inhale, center. And exhale, we'll twist to the left. Pushing your left hand down into your right, roll that left shoulder back. Knees and hips are even. Inhale, center. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Knees up or down, step or float. You can take extra push-ups. I'm looking at you, Joe. And we'll find our downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg up behind you. Open up the hip. We'll bend that right knee and open it up even more. Lift your left shoulder as high as your right. Nice square shoulders. And bring your right foot between your hands. Sweep it up for crescent. Arms reach up. Nice deep lunge in your right knee. Bring your hands to heart center. We're going to lean it forward and twist to the right. So try not to collapse over that right thigh. Still finding extension in your spine. Maybe looking past that right elbow. Maybe those thumbs are all the way into your sternum. Try not to drop that left hip. If you want to open up your arms here, you can open up your arms here. Bring your hands back together. We're going to look down at that right foot and step your left foot to meet your right. You can stay right here. You can take this into your side crow. Plant your hands, look forward, lean forward. If you want to separate your legs, you can take Ekapada. And then we'll all come back to center and fold. Inhale, push through your feet, reach it all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, pick up that left knee. Hip height, flex your left foot, reach your arms up. We're gonna kick that left foot back all the way. Find your warrior three. Lift from the inside of that left thigh. Soften that right knee, step back into your crescent. Inhale, look up, reach up, palms touch. And exhale, hands find the mat. Any vinyasa you like. Also included in that list is no vinyasa. You can just step back to down dog. Inhale your left leg up behind you. Open up the hip. You can bend that left knee, but then lift your right shoulder. Send that left foot between your hands and sweep it up. Find your crescent lunge. Nice wide stance. Challenge your balance, challenge your strength. Bring your hands to heart center. We're gonna lean it forward and twist to the left. Roll that left shoulder back, strong right leg. Pull your belly button in, try not to drop that right hip. If you wanna open up your arms here, you can. Bring your hands back to heart center. We're gonna look down at that left foot and step your right foot forward into your twisted chair. You can stay right here, or you can drop your hands, take it upside down. You can send your legs long if you like. We'll all come back to center and fold. Inhale, push through your feet, reach it all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Pick up that right knee, hip height. Reach your arms up overhead. We'll start to kick that right foot back, coming into your warrior three. Lifting from the inside of that right thigh. Soften your left knee, step into crescent. Nice deep lunge, hands come together, gaze comes up. And then hands find the mat and move through your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale forward, find your plank pose. We'll bring your right hand down, roll onto the outside of that right foot, and reach your left arm up to the sky. Stagger your left foot in front of your right. We're gonna thread the needle. So start to bring that left hand all the way through, and then reach it up. Reach it through, and up. So really squeezing your ribs as you square off your shoulders and your hips, threading it through. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach it up. Left hand down. Other side. Stagger your right foot in front of your left. Reach that right arm up. And then we'll thread it through. And up. So strong left leg, left arm as you're making your way through this exercise. Not collapsing into that left shoulder, actively pushing the earth away. Got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both hands down. Send your hips back for downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up, moving on, opening up the hip. If you want to flip your dog, you can flip your dog. Shifting it forward, bringing your right foot behind you, reaching your right arm up and over. Big stretch on that right side. And we'll bring that right hand down. Right foot between your hands, sweep it up, crescent. Bring your hands to heart center. We're going to lean it forward and twist to the right. You can open up your arms if you like. Bring your hands back together. Look down at that right foot. Step your left foot forward. Landing in your chair, twisted chair. Again, if you want to drop your hands and find your inversion, you can find your inversion. Everybody come on back. Inhale, center, and fold. Inhale, push through your feet. Reach it all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pick up that left knee. So you've been here before. This time we're gonna do 5 of these. So reach your arms up and start to kick that left foot back. Find your warrior 3. Maybe you keep that left leg straight. Swing it all the way forward, Utthita. And send it back. Warrior 3. And bring it forward. Again. Send it back. And bring it forward. 2 more. Send it back. Bring it forward. Send it back. Last one, bring it forward. And then we'll send it back and open it up, finding your half moon. Oop. Right fingertips down. Maybe left fingertips up. Soften that right knee. We're gonna step back into warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, windmill it down, vinyasa. You're welcome to add on to these vinyasas in any way that you like. Handstands, chin stands. Inhale that left leg up, open up the hip. Option to flip your dog. Left foot goes behind you, left arm up and over. And then we'll bring that left hand down. Left foot between your hands. Sweep it up, crescent lunge. Hands come to heart center. Lean forward, twist to the left. Roll that left shoulder back. Squeeze your inner thighs together. If you want to open your arms, you can open up your arms. Bring your hands back together. We'll step that right foot to meet your left. Land in your twisted chair. Again, option to drop your hands and take your arm balance here. Any way you want it to look, or not. We'll all return to center and fold. Inhale, push through your feet. Reach it all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Pick up that right knee. Strong left leg, reach your arms up. All right, we've got 5 of them. Send that right leg back. Reach your hands forward, warrior 3. Maybe keeping that right leg straight. Swing it all the way through. Lift it up hip height and send it back. Bring it forward. Good, 3 more. Send it back. Bring it forward. 2 more. Send it back. Bring it forward. Last one. Send it back. And bring it forward. Whoop. This time we'll send it back and hold it back. And open it up into your half moon. Left hand down, maybe right hand up. Soften that left knee, we'll step it back and find your warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, windmill it down, vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale it forward, find your plank pose. And then lower down to your forearms. We'll take a right forearm plank. Staggering your left foot in front of your right. Bring your left hand to your left hip, and we're gonna dip those hips and squeeze it up. And up. So really trying to find how high can you lift your hips. Can you actively push into that right forearm? Can you see if you can touch your right shoulder blade, the lower point to your right hip? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Other side. Right foot staggers in front of your left. Right hand comes to your right hip. Really find that left forearm. Push, push, push as you lift your hips up. And then tap them down. And then squeeze them up. So trying to find a fullness, a completeness to this exercise. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both forearms down. Walk your feet in for dolphin. If you want to interlace your fingers, you can. We'll be here for a full minute. If you want to take it upside down into a headstand, you can. If you need to rest, put your knees down. If you want to tap your nose in front of your fists and do some work, you can. I'm going to put my hair up because having it down was a poor choice. But finding your pose here, we have about 5 more breaths here. About 3 more long breaths. If you're upside down, start to make your way down, right side up. And then we'll all bring our knees together, ankles together, and just take like 2 breaths in an embryo pose. So forehead on the mat. Hands palms up next to your heels. Bring your hands forward. We've got 1 more round of flow adding on. So hands find the mat, curl your toes under, and send your hips back for downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up. We're gonna flip our dog. Option to take it into a full wheel. So if you wanna scoot to the right side of your mat, you can. Drop that right foot behind you for your flip dog or your wild thing. Maybe bring that right arm all the way up and over and land in that full wheel. Lifting your hips up to the sky, pushing your shoulders over your wrists. And then making your way back. Bringing that right foot down, right hand down, right leg up, 3-legged dog. And then we'll bring that right foot between your hands and sweep it up for crescent. And bring your hands to heart center, lean it forward, twist to the right. Roll that right shoulder back. You can open up your arms. Bring your hands back together, look down at that right foot, and we'll bring that left foot forward. Option to drop your hands, take it upside down, find your side crow, or find your eka. Feet back down to the mat. Everyone inhale center, and exhale fold. Push through your feet, reach it all the way up. And bring your hands to heart center. Pick up that left knee. This time we're going to cross that left ankle over your right knee and sit it low. Hands to heart center. Start to sit your hips back. Flex that left foot. Push your left knee down towards the ground. Stand up. Pick up that left knee. We're going to take a curtsy. Don't let that left foot touch. In fact, we're going to take 5 curtsies. So start to work that left knee all the way to the outside of your right leg as you sit low, 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 and then push through that right heel, slow motion. Pick up that left knee. Again, bending into that right leg, left foot, left knee goes behind and to the outside, and then push into that right heel. Lift it up. Got 3 more. Nice and slow. Push into that right heel, lift it up. 2 more. How low can you get on that right leg? Push through your right heel. Squeeze it up, we got 1 more. Left knee to the outside, sit low. And then lift it up, nice job. Arms reach up, we're gonna kick it back for warrior 3. Arms reach forward, lift up from the inside of that left leg, and then open it up into your half moon. Right hand down, left hand up. Soften your right knee, step it back, find your warrior 2. And then we'll find Skandasana. So we're gonna pick up that right sole of your right foot, pull it in, and then bend into that left knee. And we're coming right back into our warrior 2. So start to send that rose, right toes forward. Bend into your right knee, look forward. Again, Skandasana to the left, warrior 2. Skandasana to the left, warrior 2. Skandasana to the left. Good, warrior 2. Straighten that right leg, we're gonna come into Trikonasana. So maybe you walk that left foot in slightly, bump your left hip out, reach your right fingertips forward, and then drop your right hand. Left hand goes up to the sky. Looking up at that left hand. Let that left hand lift you up. Take this into a reverse triangle. Leave your legs straight and bring your right arm up and over. Stretch along that right side. We'll start to reach that right hand forward. We're gonna come all the way into that half moon. So right hand down, left hand up, stacking that left hip on top of your right. And then we'll start to swing that left knee all the way forward. We're gonna find an eagle pose. So left arm underneath your right, left leg high up over your right, sit low. Navel pulled in, heart is lifted. And change, unwrap your legs. Arms reach up overhead. And exhale, hinge at the hips. Option to take your crow pose, feet stay together, hands down beneath your shoulders, knees into your armpits, look forward, lean forward, pick up your heels. For 3, for 2, for 1, shoot it back. Push it through. Find your downward facing dog. Coming into we're gonna flip our dog next on the other side. So if you know you're gonna take this into a full wheel, you can always scoot over to the left side of your mat. Inhale your left leg up, open up the hip. We'll bring that left foot behind you and maybe bring your left hand all the way down. Push through your feet, shoulders line up over your wrists. Come back through your 3-legged dog. And we'll bring that left foot between your hands. Crescent lunge. Arms come up overhead. Hands come to heart center. We'll twist to the left. Roll that left shoulder back. If you want to open up your arms, you can open up your arms. Bring your hands back together. Look at that left foot. Step your right foot to meet it. Twisted chair. You can stay here, or you can drop your hands. Take it upside down. Side crow. Ekapada Kuminyasana A. Come on back to center. And exhale, fold. Inhale, push through your feet. Reach it all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. we'll pick up that right knee and we'll cross your left foot over your right knee, sit it low. Flex that right foot. Sit your hips back, hands at heart center. And then we'll stand up. Bring that left knee hip height. All right, here we go, 5 curtsies. So don't let that right foot touch. The name of the game is how deep can you make that left leg? And can you drive through your left heel on the way up? So bring that right knee to the outside, nice and deep. Find your left heel, squeeze it back up. Good, 4 more. Big bend in that left knee. Right knee goes to the outside, lift it up. 3 more. Nice and slow. Try not to use momentum. Good, we got 2 more. Send it back, oh. Lift it up. Ooh, that one was sloppy. 1 more. Nice deep bend in that left knee. And lift it up. Oh, arms reach up. Start to send that right leg back. Find your warrior 3. And then open it up and find your half moon. Left fingertips down, right fingertips up. We'll step it back and find your warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Straighten that left leg. Coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Bump your right hip out. Left hand down, right hand up. Looking up at that right hand if it's available to you. Keeping those legs straight, let your right arm lift you up and bring your left arm up and over. Big stretch along that left side. And then we're coming all the way into that half moon. Oh no, we're not. We're going into our warrior 2. We're gonna have to go into Skandasana. So start to flip those left toes in, bend deeply into your right knee. Push into that right heel, come back into warrior 2. Again, Skandasana. Warrior 2. Skandasana. Warrior 2. Last one. Skandasana. Warrior 2. This time we are going to make our way into our half moon. So start to bring your weight into that left leg. Into our half moon, and then we'll swing it through all the way into an eagle pose. So bring your right arm underneath your left, bring your right leg high up over your left, and sit low. Squeezing everything into the midline. Gaze as soft and steady. Belly button pulled in, ribs knitted together. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your right foot down. Inhale your arms up overhead. And bring your hands to heart center. We're gonna find tree pose here. So push into your right foot, pick up that left knee, and rotate it out. Find a home for that left foot anywhere that isn't your right knee. Can be your lower leg, upper leg. Can be all the way into your right hip crease. And maybe start to find some slow blinks. Working on closing your eyes, having the balance from this pose come from the inside. For 3, for 2, and 1. Left foot down. Inhale your arms up. And exhale, pull them back to heart center. Pick up your right knee, rotate it out. Find a home for that right foot. Calm your thoughts. Calm your breath. Start to take some slow blinks. Start to feel all of those little muscles working together to keep you balanced. And then close your eyes for 3, for 2, and 1. Right foot comes down. Inhale your arms up overhead. And we'll fold, pick up your heels. We're just gonna find a seat here. Bring the soles of your feet together. We'll find a Tadasana. Lifting your heart, squeezing your elbows in, and reaching your heart forward. And then we'll sit up. We're gonna grab those big toes with your fingers and start to extend your heels. Heart is lifted, shoulders are back, gaze is up. Bring those feet back in. Keep holding on to that left big toe. We're gonna send that right leg long. So your left foot is in, your right leg is long. Let go of that right foot, don't let it go anywhere. We're just gonna tap your right heel down, squeeze it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, grab it on the last one, 1. Bring your right foot in. Send that left leg out. Let go of that left big toe, don't let it go anywhere. And we'll tap it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna grab it on the last one. Grab it, grab it, grab it. Bring both feet in. Knees together. Ankles together. Hands go forward. Feet go even with your knees. Lift your heart, shoulders are back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly roll all the way down. Bring your heels into your hips, push into the backs of your arms and lift your hips up, squeezing your gluteus, and lower it down. That was like, gluteus is the name of the muscle. Keep squeezing it up and lowering it down. But I was actually meant to say either glutes or booty, and so it came out glutey. Push through your heels, lift it up. That happens. Lower it down, keep moving. For 10, 9, really squeeze it at the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Send your legs out long. We're gonna roll onto that left hip. And with your right hand, grab your right foot. You can stay right here. If you're pretty open, you can start to roll back down and find a half hero's pose, laying the top of that right foot down, and then maybe adjusting your hips. So we're really just trying to find a stretch along that right quad. So any variation. If you feel this in your knee, back off. There's nothing in your knee that needs to be stretched. And then we'll come back over if you rolled onto your back and release that right foot down. Come back in through center and then over to that right hip. Extend your right leg long. We'll bring that left, outside of your left foot into your left hand. And maybe start to roll back onto your back. And then we'll come back. If you need to roll onto your right hip in order to send that left leg long again, you can do that. Then make your way back onto your back. Cross your right ankle over that left knee. We're going to reach through that opening there and find a reclined pigeon. So this time looking for a stretch along that right glute and your right hip. If there's a different variation of this pose that you like to take, you can swing that right leg over your head if that feels good. You can take it as a half happy baby if you prefer that. And then we'll release that left leg, pull your right knee in, send that left leg long, and start to roll that right knee over, across the midline to the left, finding your supine twist. You can tuck those right toes behind your left knee, extending your right arm long to the right. And then we'll come back into center, right knee in, left knee in. Maybe squeeze a little left and right. And we'll cross that left ankle over your right knee and reach through that opening and find whatever stretch you need today. So maybe you grab the back of that right thigh, maybe you grab the front of your right shin. Like I said, maybe you take your left foot and bring it all the way behind your head and extend your right leg long. Yeah, lots of options in this pose. This is a choose your own adventure moment. And then we'll release that right leg long, squeeze your left knee in. And allow your right hand to guide your left knee over to the right, maybe tucking those toes behind your right knee. Maybe sending that left arm long to the left and pointing your chin to the left too. And then we'll come back into center and pull your knees in. Maybe rock a little left and right. And maybe rock forward and back a few times. And come to a seat. And bringing your hands to heart center. Bowing your chin, maybe closing down the eyes. Taking just 2 breaths here to really feel the difference. Checking in. Hopefully feeling a little bit, hopefully feeling a little different than you did an hour ago. I do, a little sweatier. Just kidding, calmer. Namaste yogis. If you're joining me right now for a live class, then I will come up and say goodbye. And unmute y'all.